Sherry Lynn, Traveling Artista. I've been so busy lately doing workshops and teaching and organizing and helping with the gallery and all. I just needed some time for my own painting. I grabbed my sketchbook and started in quickly. Not actually this quickly, because I sped this up, just to see the process. I usually do start with vine charcoal to put in my underdrawing. I had liked a lot of these sketches, and I'm trying to reinterpret them and use them. This, of course, is one of my favorite spots to paint at Pemaquid, Maine. And I had just been there, so I try to get back and remember the emotions, the feeling that I had while I was there. What is it about this particular point of view that drew me, so to speak, to paint this particular view? I love verticals. I love the energy. I love the power of them, how it comes at you. And in this particular spot, the rocks do just that. The geological history is striated, and you get a wonderful perspective that gives strength and energy to the painting. I'm also focusing on the texture of some of the rocks. Here's the sketchbook, some of the sketches. I want to get back to some of the others. I did like this one. I think it needs some more work. That dark shadow on that rock needs a little toning down, I think. The next one I went into was a different perspective. I was thinking, how would a seagull see this? What would it be like if I were above and looking down on it? It took some work. You can see I used some warm pink and mauve tones in the foreground rocks to bring them towards us. And the background just settles back. I like the textures in the rocks. I've blued the distant rocks to put them in the background. And I know I already have gone back and worked into this one a little bit to change a little of the composition. Here's another sketch I did. This was in Maine. It was actually a golf course, and I love the distance that it leaves between trees. And I decided to start this one on a toned paper, bringing in the complement of that tealish blue and a little ultramarine to set off the hue of that russet paper. I'm working more instinctively here, except for the basic choices of colors. This is a scene I have done as a demo for color a number of times, and I want to keep working on it. It's not quite where I want. I feel a little bit like I've lost the reason of why I wanted to paint this particular spot. There's a light behind. It's a morning. I want to be drawing the viewer into that distance to bring them through a path and often to whatever lies beyond. A sense of adventure, softening the trees to blend them down, distant soft blues and grays, and some good peeking of the sky through the branches of the trees. It may surprise you to learn that I actually, later on, washed this one down totally and started over. It's just dust on paper, and the experience, the process, is what is important to me. Here's a little bit of a close-up of that one. It's okay. Not exciting. Not what I was really looking for. This one, I wanted to make a nocturne. Looking out my back porch, I had created this wonderful little ink sketch. I loved the design of the sketch, but somehow, in my opinion, it didn't quite translate onto the finished painting as I had hoped. A little more planning would have helped. As you can see here, I'm washing in some of those darker colors with an alcohol and watercolor brush. Once you use a watercolor brush for something like pastel or acrylic, you really can't use it back for watercolors. So keep them separate. Keep those brushes distinct as to what you use them for. That similar color scheme of teal blues and the russet purples, working this in, I tend to be drawn to brilliant color, exciting. And I've somewhat forgotten in this particular case, because I get carried away, as often we do, is that a nocturne tends to be more subtle. You lose a lot of the color. But I added some sparkle like stardust coming down into the painting. It just kind of felt right. That was fun. Anyway, everyone, keep painting, stay dusty, and move on into new and exciting areas. I have a lot more new paintings to do, and I know you do too. Stay dusty, my friends.